This is a demonstration of the Village Attendance Taking module. This is at a class level, and it shows a complete week on one screen. We'll just cover what's on the screen to begin with. First of all, Village, when you load it up, if you hit refresh, it's going to remember where you were. So it'll remember the last button that you clicked on the left, one of these menu items. And when it loads up the report group, it's going to choose the right report in the tab based on what you clicked on last under your account. And it's going to remember the last school year that you selected. For this window, it's going to choose the first class alphabetically, but your classes, if you're a classroom teacher, are actually listed at the top. So it'll choose the most current class that you belong to at the top and load it up on the screen for you. Now we're in username hidden mode for demonstration purposes. So that means the school name's hidden, the username's hidden, the student name's hidden, and there's some other elements in the attendance that are hidden as well as we dive into it. These numbers are not student numbers. Those are hidden database numbers that basically nobody knows. So we'll just cover the very basics of this on this main screen. And that is, first of all, you navigate by choosing your school, your class, and which week. You can navigate the week by pulling the drop down and choosing any week in the school year, or you can actually use these back a week, forward a week. Of course, this back a week will disappear if you happen to be on the first week, and similarly on the last week of the school year. So that will allow you to reload the page with the new. So if I go back a week, it reloads the grid with the data from the previous week. And that's pretty much all there is about that. The other thing that we have to be careful of, there are no save buttons on here. That means when I click on something and I make a change, it is saving. Now we do have an audit trail of where that stuff, what it was before and what it became. We have that saved, but I need to protect that data. So basically it loads in locked mode. So I have these icons here that allow me to actually unlock it. So it unlocks, now I can save. So if I go to this first student on Monday, I can mark them absent. That marks them absent. I can say, oh, they arrived. They are actually late instead of absent. And normally a radio button set, which is what these things are called, you cannot turn them off. Like you can't deselect, but I've changed it so it does. So if I click on the selected one, it actually wipes out the attendance. So that's how that part works for saving all the attendance. And then this part is marking that attendance has been done for the class for that period. And it can be turned off. It's not like it's locking anything. It's just an indication to the office that attendance has been completed. Especially if everybody's present. If everybody's present, you need to have an indication to the office to say, yes, I have indeed completed attendance. Now, the only other thing that we need to demonstrate is that this grid will look different depending on the data that is sitting in the system. So you can see that the current date, sorry, I should have said that, it's Friday the 2nd right now, so this is I can't really call it highlighted because it's actually darker, but it's indicated as being the current date. I'm going to switch to another week that I have some interesting data on the screen, and we'll talk about that briefly. So in this situation, you can see that the teacher did not mark the PM attendance as being complete. So the question is, did they actually take attendance? Was everything done? And then the other thing is we've got these G's in here. And so the G attendance is not editable on this screen. Even if I unlock, you'll see that these guys are active, these are active, but these are hidden. And that's because classroom attendance only has as an option the absence and the lates. That's how it generally works. So at this point, that kind of covers that section. What's coming up in another video is how to look at more details, and that's under the pencil, which means it's blank, or under the I, which means there's actually information in there. So I'll very briefly just click on this, and I'll do another video with this information, but basically you'll have the option to choose the reason and to put in a comment and read the comments and load other rows. Okay, so that's coming up in a second video. Thank you.